Oh, hi, how can I help you?
Hi there, I'm new to metal detecting and I'd like to buy my first detector today. What do you have in the $300 region?
Would you like it to be waterproof, with an adjustable stem and lightweight too?
Absolutely, and I also need great depth as well. I'd like wireless audio, USB rechargeable, and it would be great if you had a software update.
I've been detecting for 30 years, and there's no way you can get all of that for that price.
And that is where this gentleman is wrong, because there is one option. Only one though. The Nocta Macro Simplex.
And the Simplex becomes the best-selling product worldwide, setting a new bar in terms of price-performance ratio. Simplex has advanced in many ways: hardware, software, design, and ergonomics. Yet one thing has stayed the same: worldwide proven performance and success, backed up by a company that cares. Nocta Simplex New Generation. For every budget.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's all calm, and it's all quiet, and it's all serene.
Evening, everyone. Evening, dear David.
Good evening, Adrian. Good evening, everybody. How the blooming hell are you?
I'm all right. Thank you. Yeah, all good. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We haven't got a guest tonight, but we are the guests, aren't we? So
we haven't got a guest tonight because I've been too darn busy and I haven't been able to organise. Well, I could have had a chance to organise somebody, but it wants to give me full attention.
It is that busy season where the fields are getting harvested, well, when it stops raining down here and everywhere. And we've got a lot of rallies coming up, and we've had rallies, and everyone's busy organising those. So last thing they want to do is come on here on a Thursday night. But you're all right, Dave?
I'm just looking for Sam.
Sam?
Soil Searcher Sam.
Oh, right, yes. 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 I see they enjoyed themselves at the weekend. But yes, a little bit. Yes, you went to Detecticon, didn't you?
I did go to Detecticon, and I came home a day early for several reasons. I do have a video to play in a little while from Scotty B, a statement he's put out today, or last night even, which we'll come to on in a little bit of a while. But let's just say that things weren't as bad as they were made out on social media, and too many people who didn't have a clue decided to stick the beaks in. People who weren't even there, faces in the corby, let's say.
Yeah,
So,
there's always
talk
one of the biggest things organising a rally, whether it's Detectable Rodney Cook, Just Detect, Joan Allen, Scotty B's Detectcon, you name it. There is always that risk that things will go not always to plan. But
well, let's just say
world.
Scotty and the team weren't helped very much by external forces.
Spirits. What, like spirits?
Oh, needed that. No. People, the weather, things like that. Things weren't. But, you know, the people who were there, some of them had a fantastic weekend. I saw some absolutely stonking finds, Adrian. The Bronze Age axe head and the Viking hack silver that I sent you over. The few images of hammered coins, of the coins that I've seen, and Chrissy detects. Shane had the Commonwealth hammered. You know, there was still all sorts of things coming up. I did actually. I'm going to have to shout me lad in a minute. He was out and about, and he's 10. First time away with Dad, so he was buzzing. They'd set an area for younglings to go on, have a little play with younglings.
That's a good idea.
He put some things in the ground, which I think he was actually pulling up things that were in the ground as well as things that were put in the ground for the younglings. It was all cordoned off, so you know everybody knew that was for younglings and what the score was. A Viking sword pommel was found as well, Graham Dempsey says. Excuse me. Anyway, he went off on his own into a field and came back with a rather stonking Roman, and that was from not in a child's field.
What machine was he using? Vanquish.
The Vanquish, yeah.
Yeah.
There was also, and again, Graham Dempsey will tell you this story. I picked up a few bits and bobs from the stall that were there, ancient links, relics. They were selling relics and stuff. And I picked up a few bags of, you know, bits and bobs for Mason, basically, to play with because they were cheap as cheese. So he gets the bag and Graham's going for these things. He's going, oh, and that's a buck clasp, and that's this, and that's an Anglo-Saxon this, and that's a Roman fibula, and blah, blah, blah. And it was this, I think it's Anglo-Saxon, but I'm not entirely sure, but puts it aside. Anyway, we go back to the camper later on. So the R Mason, you have a look at these then. He's going through and I said, and that's this. He went, no, it's not, Dad. Now, this is a 10-year-old who is a complete novice to metal detecting. Oh, and here's, mate. Graham said this. No, it's not, Dad. What are you on about? No, it's Viking. Shut up, mate. Dad, it's Viking. Why? It's one of them things that the father of the household in the Vikings would have round his neck, and when he died, it'd go to the next eldest, the eldest child. Thor's hammer. I'm like, no. There's a guy called Scott with us, friend of Ricardo, and he went, it effing well is. And I showed it to someone else, and it was. Mason, who's 10, identified a Viking artifact.
Good on him.
Like that. How have you done that, mate? Well, when I went to York the other week, went into the Jorvik, and I was dressed up, and I was the dad because I was the biggest, and I had one round my neck. And he remembered.
See, school does do you some good, after all.
Oh, mate, absolutely brilliant.
It's good he's interested in history now, because when I was at school, probably because of the teacher, I wasn't that interested in it, unless it was World War II, because I could relate to it more with films we grew up with. But look back at it. That's good. I bet it's more exciting for him now at school anyway, with the internet and stuff. They can see more pictures rather than books.
Really gotten into it at the moment. We were supposed to be going out tomorrow on a Let's Go Digging Midlands dig tomorrow, and I was going on Saturday, but it got cancelled. The farmer basically drilled the field and planted, so it got cancelled and something else put on, but it's a little bit further away. So we're giving it a miss. And Saturday they've called off because the weather's going to be appalling, apparently. So next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, me and him are off to T-Bay with the Ministry Detect.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Who we did have on the show a while back, didn't we?
We did indeed. And he didn't. The reason he didn't come to the pub last week because he said I would have dragged him on the show. Yeah,
I don't blame him. That was quite a head spin last week's show. Those who didn't see it, it's worth watching. Dave going from a pub live with some drunk people, and a couple were on holiday. Were they on holiday?
yeah, mate. Oh, did I tell you? Right. So for those of you who didn't watch this show last week, Adrian, because my laptop went down. Yes, I did leave my cord at home. I found it when I got home. I ended up doing it on my mobile phone. So I only had the earphones on, and Adrian kept on saying, right, Dave, can you do this? Right, Dave, can you do that? And you asked me to announce fireworks, did you not? Talk about the fireworks very loud. Finished the show, went outside because Scotty was taking some pictures.
Sorry, I told you to say, yes, the firework display tonight is at 10:30, and you shouted that loudly. Sorry, just in case people just think you were saying fireworks.
Four people came up to me and Shane outside and asked us what time the fireworks were off.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, how we laugh.
We English, we definitely overhear things being English. Hear what he said. Hear what he said. He said it's a bit like when you're on a rally, isn't it? Oh,
he's bringing up his fines box in for me now.
Oh, Beth,
come on.
Sounds like a baby.
Oh, it's the door opening. Going.
Right, Mason.
There he is. Hi, Mason. Adrian said.
Did he enjoy his Chinese in the pub the other night?
Did you enjoy your Chinese in the pub?
Yeah.
Come down so you can see it on there.
Yeah.
A random man bought him.
It was Shane eventually.
Oh, okay.
So he's had 1, 2, 3 spindle whirls.
Cool.
4 musket balls.
Blimey.
A load of coins, including a Filipino coin. This was his first find.
That must have been Fodder's Filipino coin. Oh,
and he absolutely loved that one. The Roman that I was on about, that was the Roman you found, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well done, Mason. Blimey. Crikey.
He says well done.
Yeah, fantastic.
Another key, some buckles. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one.
So that's the thing that I was on about. So it would have been like, yay. And obviously it's
cool.
a bit, but you can vaguely see on that screen. Let me put it on big screen.
Mason, you're lucky not taking after your dad.
Mason, you're lucky not taking after your dad with detecting.
Put your hand in front of it.
See the vague markings on it from there?
Yeah. Wow.
But it is what he said, because when it went back to Graham, he totally agreed. As I say, a couple of them.
Spindle works, yeah. Grasshopper.
Even found a bit of a chain.
Oh.
And there's about 8 coins in there and a bullet.
What type of bullet? 3-ring?
Oh, one of them. It's silver sixpence, one of them as well. Didn't notice that. One of them, small ones.
Oh, 2-2, is it? It looks like 303.
Shotgun shell, but it was a live one.
Yeah, he found a shotgun shell, but it was live, so we had to throw it in the bush.
Oh,
there you go.
You should have put it in
there for mine.
Should have put it in the vice in the shed and hit a nail in it.
Speak to Adrian. But you have to speak into that.
Mason, you did well.
No, stay there. Just speak in that direction loud.
You did well. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
How many hours were you detecting? How many hours? Ask your dad. He can't hear.
How many hours?
About 2 hours on Friday and about 6 hours on his own on. No, about an hour with Rick and Shane, and then about 5 hours on his own on Saturday.
Blimey. Did you use headphones, Mason?
What?
Did you use headphones on the detector?
Tried to, but they kept running out of battery.
Oh dear. Oh dear. But you're definitely doing it again.
Yeah.
I think you should, because you found a lot more stuff than your dad. I think your dad finds that in like a month. But he's good at finding cake.
Yeah,
but
he is
anyway,
good.
yeah. He can't hear. It looks like there used to be a program on telly called Mr. and Mrs. It's a bit like that. But yeah, well done. And are you going to any other rallies this year with your dad?
Any other rallies this year?
We'll go with T-Bay.
T-Bay in is it a week now? A week.
Next week.
Next week.
Right.
And then you won't, no.
Oh, no. That'll be my last one for the summer.
Right. Oh, I suppose you're looking forward to getting back to school, aren't you?
And we show about that.
Yeah. Take care, Mason. See you later. Nice chatting with you.
Bye.
Mate. Bye.
See you later, mate. Close door after you. I'm just. Apologies. What?
That was nice. He's found some really good stuff. And he's obviously excited about it. So well done.
So Tony K was just reminding me, I'm going to have to share my screen, Adrian, with you, because one of the greatest things you've ever seen in your life. Have you ever seen somebody herding 2,000 ducks?
Not Tony Kaywood.
No, Tony Kaywood was there, but here's a video of the landowner.
2,000, sorry.
2,000 ducks. I shit you not. I thought it was somebody doing any old iron.
Detecting ducks.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's herding ducks. Can you hear that? That's nothing, honestly. They were coming for about half an hour at least, and they kept on coming, and they kept on coming.
Sorry.
How good's that?
They're mallard. What type of duck are they? Mallards?
Mallards, yeah.
Are they for food or eggs?
I don't know. But
Or
we
does
had
he
this
just like ducks?
massive pond behind us. And in the morning, first thing before everyone started, they all had to stop because they were sorry, but the ducks come first. They had to stop and wait for the ducks to go past. And I'm sure there were about 2,000 of them. Easy. Shooting, Malksut says.
Yes, that makes sense. Yes, a lot of money in that. A lot of money. I think the metal detecting is. But Matthew Kent, excellent.
Must
I
be
think
quackers.
it just made me think, actually, where do Chinese takeaways get their ducks from? But I shouldn't really think about that. And what type of ducks are used? But
yeah, so all in all, honestly, it was a great weekend. From people have the complaints at any rally. I've seen them. The best rally in the world that I've been to, people were complaining that.
Well, yes.
One woman was complaining that people were camping too loud last year at one, and demanded to be removed to somewhere quieter.
I think Matthew
Kent's on one there, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he is. He's googling duck jokes. But of course, the Scotty's event money goes to charity. So
yeah, well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Of
right before we go any further, as I say, it was a great weekend. There are a lot of things behind it that all these people who are mouthing off don't understand and don't realise. I left for a reason. I left on the Saturday evening for a reason. That reason became quite prominent when I got home, and that wasn't the fault of Scotty or his team. That fault probably lies in the hands of somebody else, but I'm sure there may be legal things ongoing. I don't know. But in the meantime, here is Scotty's video that he put out last night.
Was this on Book of Faces? Or?
It was.
Oh.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hi all, this is obviously a lot of information. I've written it down on a book, so I'm just going to read it out. Bear with us, obviously I'm a bit dyslexic and obviously I might struggle a bit. But I would just like to start off by saying, hi all, thanks for being patient. I am solely responsible for my event. I find land and do the contracts. This is my group which I have created for like-minded detectorists. I love the hobby, the people I meet and the history of our land. This year I give over some of my responsibilities to someone else. Without this there would have been no land for her. There are too many people to thank that helped out to make this event go ahead. So not mentioning any names in case I leave anyone out. Everyone playing a part. I did not take into consideration the possibility of such bad weather that we had, and we had the worst, and I was left with no option but to do what I could with the situation. I got everyone in and I got everyone out. I will most definitely factor this in for the future events. Also, we are going to revise how we do the raffle, so people who do buy tickets will still have a chance to claim them. Claim their prizes without being there. For all those who bought tickets and left before the raffle was drawn, there were only 3 tickets redrawn on the Sunday afternoon. We're going to Longgrass. Unfortunately, the tractor had broken down, so they had to hire another one. The fields were cut on the Saturday afternoon, and all fields were then open on Saturday, so people could still detect. We have been promised a letter of an apology from the landowner, which as soon as we receive it, we will post it so all can see and have a look. My sincere apologies to John Sanders Paris for the abuse he has received online about his yellow raffle ticket, which is now resolved. Apologies to all that were affected by the domestic abuse incident. This was dealt with by the security who were there to keep you all safe. Refunds are not given. Eventbrite policy, refunds are only given 4 weeks prior, as our ticket money pays for the event costs. For those people who think this is a money-making event and think that it costs $5,000 to arrange, you are delusional. I can pay for everything from a cable tie to a huge marquee, and my camper van is a 25-year-old van and has a leaking roof. All the effort and time that goes into this hobby is for the love of it and people and sponsors and traders. We love supporting our fellow group with events and charities. I do not sell merchandise. I do not charge traders or anyone who comes to help, which are a lot of people. I do not charge them. They come for free. And finally, we raised £7,100 for Cash for Kids, and I would just like to thank everyone coming and all the support messages I have had. Thank you very much.
Ooh,
And Scotty has been through the mill, and I can honestly say that for a fact. I've spoke to Kat while he was still on site. Scotty was sent home by Kat, well, not home, sent to the camper van and not let out for a period of time on Saturday because of the amount of abuse that he was getting on site and on social media. And some of you people don't realise, I'm not saying viewers of the show, some of the people who have been giving out the abuse don't realise how it affects mental health, and it has affected Scotty's mental health. Scotty came to me on Saturday morning and said, I don't know whether I'll do this again. I've had enough now. I can't do it again. But, you know, he's got Chris, he's got Kat right behind him, supported him brilliantly, and other marshals. and friends. So, you know, I don't give up, Scotty. Learn by the mistakes that occurred. And as I said, people don't realise what's going on in the background because there's some pretty shady shit going on, to say the least.
No one was harmed. No one was killed.
Well, you say no one was harmed. When he mentioned the domestic abuse incident, I will touch on that. I wasn't there. I'd gone home. Somebody got drunk and basically, as far as I'm aware, set fire to the tent with his girlfriend in the tent. She did escape, but this is what drunken half-wits happen.
That's not Scotty's fault. That's nothing to do with
No, it's
Scotty.
not. Well, you know, people were affected. You know, a lot of people do go for a nice chilled out time, and drunken idiots. I had an incident myself take place, which wasn't great, but hey, we don't speak about that.
Is that when I woke you up pretending to be your mum?
No. That was a totally different event. As I've mentioned to several people, where's Adrian? Where's Adrian? Even online, Adrian will get a nosebleed this far north.
Yes, and I haven't got a passport.
And the beer is too strong.
Weak. I like Nuki Bound, but no, I think from it takes some balls to, especially with his reading problems, dyslexia.
And did you notice that book was only actually one of them small post-it notes, but it looked really big in his hands?
I know, but he did look drawn and shattered, and I think we should, you know, move on. And well done for raising that amount of money for Cash for Kids. That's a
yes, money. Thank you, Tony K. Wood. One person, just one singular person, Adrian. One person, brought me any cake. And that was Digger Dawn, so it doesn't count because it was Digger Dawn always brings me cake.
That's probably because you shouldn't eat a lot of cake, Dave. But
do you know who I am?
Dawn obviously enjoyed herself, I presume, and
she did. Chris Langston did. Chris has just messaged me actually. Don't know what he said, but I know he's messaged me.
Chris Langston has written an article for RKMD Mag, which will be at Rodney Cook and stuff this year, and I've seen it and. Oh my gosh! What some pictures! Have you seen?
Nobody takes metal detecting pictures like Chris Langston.
I seriously think he should get some of those as prints. Well, apart from the ones which are a dealer, I might not want that on the wall. But the one of a coil that he did,
like a drugs dealer. The ones he done about smacking around the corner, right? Okay.
When you get the next copy of RKMD Mag, and it will be available online. Some of the photographs in it are absolutely fantastic. Chris, well done, and it's an interesting read. I think it's.
And for those, is it Metal Detecting Holidays that is Instagram?
Yes, and it is.
Get on there, phenomenal.
He's got 107 followers. No, he hasn't. He's got more like 107,000 or even more. He's one of the big ones on Instagram. But Chris with his Garrett 80 Max, I think he uses, has some fantastic stuff up. Really, really does. So, I'm looking forward to good evening, Peter Kelly. Can we have a sneak peek at the pics?
I'm going to go on to try and get onto his Instagram because I don't do Instagram, so I don't do it with my computer or let me
I can get on it if you want.
I'll let you do it because it's asking. Oh no, I can get on it. Oh, it's letting me in. And my daughter reckons I've lost weight. You'll see me on Sunday when we go for a break. When you see me on Sunday, you'll see
the gym. At the gym. Which
Talking
you were at this week.
I've been there several times this week.
Were you just sitting in the corner of the pool like that with mirrored goggles on, going?
No, I don't do the pool. I have steam room in the gym. I go in the pool 5 minutes just to say hello to the boy.
Otis Arms in the chat. Hi, Otis. Hope you're well. Been travelling a lot lately, haven't you? Yes, Chris Langston has written an article. I could show a sneak peek, couldn't I?
I'm actually on his Instagram now, darling.
Go on.
1 moment.
I don't think he's got the big ones on there. The one that's made out of buttons.
No. But people can wait to see that in the magazine, can't they?
Yeah. Nick Berry. Hello, Nick. Dave, got to play Nick Berry's voicemail he left me this week.
Absolutely.
So
Best voicemail ever.
50,000 followers. And
can you see them?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ooh, I've got a photo like that. Yeah, Chris's Instagram is amazing in the photographs.
Look at them.
Some really nice finds. Really, really nice. Oh, I always won a Dawn there.
And Nicola Roberts.
Nicola Roberts, who's been on the show.
Nicola White, sorry, Nicola White.
Nicola White. Oh,
Nicola. I only say Nicola Roberts because she actually brings me cake whenever there's an event. I haven't seen her. Look at that.
Damn one of them. So yeah, show his Instagram again. His name, just in metal detecting holidays. So if you're on Instagram, get on there and look.
He's only got a few followers.
I like the way he's only following 84. He's not. I don't think he's following me actually on Instagram, but yes, very, very good that was, and it's really good in the magazine. Gareth, hi Gareth Sims, hope you're all right. Have you got Nick Berry's voicemail? Is it easy to play on? Can you play it?
I can try.
For those who, Nick Berry is a talented artist and very successful metal detectorist, and he's kindly creating the awards for us on the Book of Faces,
which have now finished.
The polls for people in the hobby, which Dave came up with, and Nick's creating some fantastic. What did you say? Awards? No, they're not awards, are they? Are they awards? Yeah, they are.
Yes,
awards, aren't they?
yes.
To give out to people. So this is Nick's voicemail.
If you can hear it, you should be able to hear it. This is Ace.
Hello, Adrian.
Can you hear it?
I hope you're well, mate.
Can you hear it?
So when you, do you know what? I've realised when I talk to people that I say a lot. God, it's so difficult when you're aware of it to not say it. What can I do instead of So I make myself laugh. Oh, just on a hot flush. So when
and you could stop
it. I'll just say
no.
When well, I've not had a drink either. When you eventually send over the details of the categories and the win.
There you go.
Yeah. So I thought people would like to hear that because I listened to that. I was at work and I went out at lunchtime and I put it like to my head and I was listening to it. And my boss looked at me and I was just laughing. He said, "Who's that on the phone?" I said, "Oh, it's just a voice message someone left me." But he was sober. He's such a cheerful chap, Nick Berry. If you get the chance and you see him at Detectable or Rodney Cook or Just Detect or whatever, go and speak to him because he's a lovely, talented guy and he's good at magic tricks as well, Dave. He did them at Rodney Cook last year at the Indian, which was good. So I hope you don't mind us playing that, Nick. He's probably just going, "Oh, God." Or,
I wish you hadn't had that last Bailey's.
I replied back to him with, "Hi, Nick. Are you okay?" Just literally a voicemail. But yes, we do.
I was having a bit of a nightmare of a day. It wasn't my best of days when you sent me that, and it did cheer me up no end. So by proxy, thank you, Nick.
Thank you for that, and thank you. For
I would have actually met Nick tomorrow at the event, but it's been obviously postponed and cancelled, so I won't get to meet Nick tomorrow.
Nick, when are the awards for the Big Detecting Show polls?
So the awards are there's half of them being announced at the Rodney Cook, and half of them being announced at Detectable.
Right, and
to coincide with people and places and things.
I need to do
and there was
something.
a few surprise ones as well, and there was a few in there that I appreciated the outcome of. But then, on the other hand of the coin, you had several elements that, when they were nominated, they decided to get people to influx, which was great for the group. Don't get me wrong, the Big Detective Show group has grown by several thousand over the past couple of weeks, really has 2,000 plus members, but a lot of them were joining just to vote for their friends to try and rig an award. Now, what you've got to remember is these rewards they're supposed to be for the people who are most deserving. It wasn't really a case of let's all vote for Adrian because he's our mate. You didn't get any votes, mate. Sorry.
I bet I didn't get any votes.
You did actually get some votes, but you didn't win.
What was I up for?
I'm not telling you, but it don't matter now. It's gone. No. But you come fourth, so you weren't in the top three. But it was fourth out of 15.
What was it for?
Unsung hero.
What the hell have I done? I haven't done anything.
It's what you don't do. You know what you do behind the scenes. Don't give me that. Shut up.
I do think
you were nominated. Exactly. You do a lot of things for a lot of people.
It all on Facebook. I don't share what I had for breakfast.
Exactly.
What shoes I'm putting on. Yeah, I
Unsung
don't.
hero.
Yeah.
So the winner of that, I appreciated that because he Badger Enthusiast of the Year.
I don't think so, Gareth.
And we even threw in the best hob position, and we threw in the best cake as well. And I wasn't very happy that I came last in the hob position, but I was all right with the winner of the cake.
Well, we hope that this is going to grow, Dave. I think it's a good idea of yours, and this time next year it could get very big, and hopefully it can be something that continues throughout every year. It'd be quite nice.
Yeah,
I think
I'd love to make it an annual thing where the events in September we utilise to announce the winners and such like, and obviously there'll be people at them events will be able to receive one of the awards. One of the awards is going to be very, 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 very difficult to be able to get that award. What word can we use? Memento. It's going to be very difficult to get to the winner, but we will. I have a plan. You know what I'm like with plans.
Yeah.
I've spoken about it off air, Adrian. Come on.
I think I've got problems. Otis thinks I look a little bit like fodder. I wished I did. He's got more hair than me, isn't he? Better detectorist than him, though. That's not hard.
I forgot how to spell it.
What detectorist?
Oh, what I'm on about.
Oh, right. I've forgotten what
in our private chat. Chat.
Private.
Now you know what I'm on about. That's better. That's better, Nick. A token of our appreciation. Token.
Yeah. But hopefully those who don't win won't be disheartened, because there's always next year, like my mum used to say.
There is. And there will be, prime example, Find of the Year. There'll be a totally different winner next year. Has to be.
And there's also the Spinks thing at Rodney Cook this year, which is 10 grand in total, isn't it? Or is it 5?
Yeah,
I'm going to get in trouble here with my. That will be.
It's more. It's not as much as you gave away on the first Hadrian's Wall.
No, it isn't. Yeah, I tried to enter my lovely find.
Adrian, there should be a poll for the best live outside broadcast. Adrian's broadcast from Essex or Dave's last week.
I had the man from Del Monte in the pub when I did mine, didn't I?
I just had Sam. That's all I can remember. Sam had a toilet door. That's all I can remember.
Malk sitting outside the toilet door in a high vis vest, and the old couple were on holiday. Yes. Matthew J. Kent's he's got the Max Factor lipstick.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't mean anything about a doggy.
No, we don't. But Dave had Sam. What?
On the show, Tony. On the show.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Tony Kaywood, he sent a nice article for the
Oh,
magazines.
is it
I
about
that
buttons?
today.
Is it button
Sadly not. Sadly
87?
not. But I when he
Oh.
was going out detecting on last Saturday, I wished him luck in his endeavours of finding buttons, and I think he actually did.
Tony, how are you finding the Versa? I phoned you up a few weeks ago because I had a few technical issues. Me, Dave, on the Versa. How are you finding the
Well,
Versa?
why don't we invite Tony onto the show next week to talk all about the Versa and his button collection?
As long as it's early.
Pearly, what they call the pearly, them ones in London.
Pearly Queen.
The pearly Queen hat with all his buttons on.
What time's Emmerdale on?
7 till 8.
Is it
Oh
half
no,
7 till 8?
half seven till half 8 on a Thursday.
I was going to say, because he watches that and he normally does a bottle of sherry. So is it advisable getting him on, or could we do it pre-recorded, like early on a Sunday morning before he's had any drink?
No. Sunday's church. It's on the wine.
Well, I think we should get Tony on to talk about the Versa.
He doesn't watch Emmerdale anyway. He lives Emmerdale.
In his TARDIS. Long story. Yes. But sorry, Tony. He hasn't said if he's liking the Versa, but I presume he is, because he is Team Rooters, and he'd tell me if he wasn't.
Well, I've already agreed with Tony that next weekend he's coming to T-Bay, and he's going to let me have a play with the Versa.
Yeah, I think you'll like
Tony. You also cordially invited to share my gazebo.
Yes, I'm just thinking of T-Bay. Where is T-Bay?
T-Bay's Cumbria, the famous TV program about T-Bay services, which is basically right behind it. Have you never watched it?
No.
Honestly, mate, the farm shop at T-Bay Services is one of the best farm shops in the country.
Sorry, there's a documentary on a service station.
Yes, about the T-Bay Services, because it's that good.
Oh, what is it? Well, coming to
you're writing it down, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I just keep thinking of tea-bagging, not tea-baying, tea-bagging.
That could be Tony if we have enough sherry.
Yes. Matthew J. Kent, Crossroads. Yes, Tony's more Crossroads, I would have thought, actually, than Emmerdale. His life.
No, he's Emmerdale life, honey. He lives the Emmerdale life.
Blow drinks trolley. Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Right. Does it sit on a Roman fort?
What? Cake?
Teabag. Anyway.
It's very, very close to a lot of Roman activity, Bobby. Because we were on a Roman road last month, and I was with Graham Dempsey when he actually found a Roman queen. So, yes.
I'm going to find Roman this weekend. I can feel it.
Do you know what type of Roman I want to see you get, Adrian?
Denari, because I haven't had one for a while.
No, I want you to find. That's not it. Oh, there's two things in it. You know, the most said to you about that little bag of stuff that I bought for Mason.
Yeah.
Well, sorting through it, obviously I didn't see it. I thought, I'll just buy it because it was like £5 a bag. Yeah, I'll find one of them.
Yeah, all right.
They were only £5 and they were full. A pair of.
Oh, that reminds me.
Nutcrackers shaped like legs.
You bought those?
They were in this bag of mixed detecting finds. I just brought for Mason to, I basically start getting him to clean. He's been sat with Graham Dempsey's composite cleaning stuff for weeks, cleaning it. So I thought I'll just get him more stuff to do. And then obviously, because I don't find that much pretty, when I do any displays for medieval fairs and such like, I'll actually have some stuff. Look.
Cracking find. Matthew J. Kent, cracking find. What's that?
whistle.
Ah.
And you ready?
Oh, they're everywhere in my house. Crotal bells.
That was the reason I bought that particular bag, because I saw that in it, and I thought I've got to have one. I know I haven't found it, but I just wanted one.
We were detecting not last weekend, the weekend before, and James got a banging signal, and it was quite deep. Dug it up, and he got a bit about, how can I do it? Cut a long story short, part of a broken crotal bell, but it was one of the mummer ones.
Wow.
You know, the big. He only got the top bit, but that would have been lovely. I've got the name.
So what would the massive one like that been on?
A big animal.
What, like a dog?
No, I think a bull. It'd have been on a big bull, I would have thought. Or dragon.
What about a buffalo?
No, they were extinct by then. Oh, no, they...
Talking of big animals, have you seen that fossil that they found in Peru?
Yes. Have you got a picture of it? It's huge.
I will get one up straight away.
When did mammoths become extinct?
Some say they're still out and about, Adrian.
Yeah, they do. That's why I'm wondering, because, well, not the original ones, but what's his name? He's always in the chat, Dave, who knows everything.
Wills, haven't seen him tonight.
No, he's probably...
I know where he is. In Gareth Howard's mum and dad's loft.
Oh. Gareth, have you got a loft? Because I know we're not allowed, for legal reasons and stuff, to go back to your mum's loft, but have you got a loft, Gareth? Because we haven't asked him what he's got in his loft, Dave.
James Barnes said an oryx bell. There he is. There's the Peruvian fossil. Challenges the blue whale for size. Would have been close to 200 tons.
Cool, look, we're talking about Emmerdale, and there's a man there called Amos.
A Proctus colossus. Look at him. It's like a massive manatee. Look at it.
4,000, thank you, Bobby. 4,000 years ago. Wow. Yes, I have a fall of Barbie. Okay, Gareth. But I'll go up there. Look at
bones. They found it 10 years ago, but it's so big, it's actually took them that long to remove the bones.
Can't imagine that as a job. Every day.
Tony Kaywood's got a permission on Emmerdale Farm.
No, you haven't.
Is it the Dingles, mate? Because there's all sorts of bloody waste on that.
Wilkes? Is it Mr. Wilkes and
Amos Braley?
Because were they together?
No, they're best mates. It was like Morecambe and Wise. Bobby Hammock says they think Alaska was the last place that the mammoths were out and about. Do you watch the gold rush and whatnot, Adrian?
Oh no!
How often do they?
Occasionally.
How often do they find mammoth bones, mammoth tusks? And the worth of tidy son them are.
My granddad had a mammoth tusk. He had a lot of things which are in the British Museum now. And unfortunately, when I was little, I was like 7 or 8. He'd just show me, and I'd go, "Wow!" Like Zulu spears, which I've actually got one of. He had loads of stuff, and he had a mammoth's tusk. It was huge, and it was on a wooden plinth in his loft. And it wasn't a loft; it was like an office room. And it went to the British Museum. But like all these things, loads of his stuff went there, but it's not all on display, is it? They sort of turn it round. So I don't know. I'd like to see that.
TC can actually speak about this next week. He says the original site where the external of the farmhouse was filmed.
What? Near where Mr. Wilkes lived? No.
In Emmerdale Farm.
What, Marge? No. Who?
Amos Braley.
No, it was the lady
Annie Sugden.
Annie Sugden. That's it.
There's something going on between Malk Sutt and Bobby Hammock in the chat. Malk's asking Bobby, does he want a double room? And and Bobby's saying, no, he's married. Gareth Howard said his granddad had a budgie's tongue. Well, that's what his nana always said.
I haven't heard that for years. I haven't heard that for years.
Yes, Annie Sugden's house.
Yes. This is meant to be about metal detecting, isn't it?
We've spoke about metal detecting. We've spoke about fossils.
Yeah, we have.
We've spoke about budgies' tongues, which, you know,
I've tried to talk about metal
make
detectors.
fossilized.
That brings me on to axe head. You mentioned earlier in the show.
Yes.
Someone found. I've lost mine again, but I found another one that I didn't know I had.
So the story behind the axe head, Adrian. You found it detectable, and then
it was detectable last year. I had the Legend, and it had only been out a while. And I went up on I can't remember where it was, near the temple. Yeah, the temple. And there was a lot of people up there flying around, and then they all suddenly didn't find anything and went. And then within 2 minutes, I found this axe head. It was probably about 3 inches down. And it's really nice. Took it back, showed Dilek at Nocta Macro. She was chuffed. The Legend pulled it up. Most machines would. And I brought it back, showed you, and then I think I ate something that night because I'd sleep in the front of your van, didn't I? And I didn't sleep very well. And
yeah,
I
you
didn't quite know.
had food poisoning and couldn't travel.
Yeah. And then I lost it, and I thought I'd lost it in your van, didn't I? So you searched all your van, and then about 6 months later, I found it in my wash bag, and I took it out and I put it on the fireplace in our bedroom. Don't live in a big house; it's just old, and I'm probably restoring it. And it's disappeared again, so I don't know where it is.
That'll be just Badger Dog. Matthew Kent said accidents will happen.
I accidentally lost it. Yeah, but it's lovely because.
And then you found another one.
No, I found 3. So I found a small one. James, when was it? I found that with the Atrex, actually, Rutus Atrex, about 2 years ago, and then the one before that. James found one this year. He found it by the side of a road, an axe head, broken one.
I'm being told to axe you from the show.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Tony Kaywood said, "You left your washing for 6 months."
Wash bag, as in flannel, toothbrush, soap, travel, go somewhere. Because I don't always because I was in his van, I took a wash bag. But if I'm normally in a hotel or something, I'll just put it in a carrier bag or something. So yeah, but I found it. Maybe it's back in there actually. I don't know. Because I used it. But detectable and Rodney Cook, I'm not camping it up again, especially after that night in your van, Dave. Not again. That was horrendous. It does smell a bit of Old Spice. Yes, I was talking about axe heads. Sorry. The other thing, has anyone heard anything from Nocta on the new pinpointer? Because I interviewed Dilek a few months ago, and she said, "Oh, it's nearing completion." It's all gone a bit quiet, isn't it? I'm wondering if they're going to launch that, and they're probably going to launch a new machine, Detect for Rodney Cook. But I haven't heard any more from Nocta on the pinpointer. Just wondered if anyone had heard anything. I could speak to Dilek and ask her, but mine lad have got a new one out. Profine 40. Have you seen that, David?
Yeah.
Red now, not yellow. Not sure I like it red. I like it yellow. You can see it if you lose it.
I've messaged you again in a private chat. Don't say it out loud, but did I tell you about that?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you about that at the end of the show.
Okay. I used to love a stand-up washing the sink in the late 70s in the summer. My mum would get me in the sink. I used to like that. You could have a quick wash in like 2 minutes and then go out and play again in your pyjamas and get mud all over them. Missed that. Right.
Matthew J. Kent said they've lost the pinpointer in the massive new factory.
Yes,
oh,
possibly.
Bobby Hammock apparently has a good motorhome story. Well, for those of you who didn't know it, Adrian had an allergic reaction to alcohol, and I had a big rental van. LDV was it? Wasn't it? Because you were astounded about the yeah. So I'm in the back in my bed, and you were across the front seats, getting all nice and comfy in your sleeping bag, and woke up for a wee in the middle of the night and set the alarms off, and the security and everything raided you, didn't they?
Yeah, tried arresting me, woke everyone up.
And I had the sleeping tablet, so you couldn't wake me up.
Yes, and then they said, "Is this your van?" And I said, "No." So then they thought I was trying to break into it. So it all went totally pear-shaped. I remember the bloke.
What's your motorhome story, Bobby? Oh, Friday morning last week. Do you ever remember the video of me on Scotty B at Detectable a couple of years ago that Luke did? Where he was very, very drunk. Well, he was sort of like in a similar situation, but I had to do something. And then when I'd done it, I said, right, I'm going back to get Scotty B, get the video camera ready. Just as I got there, Scotty got up. So I didn't get to do
it. Matthew J. Kent, it probably takes a week to walk to the pinpoint. Do you know what? You've probably got a point there. That new Nocta factory is so big compared to what they've come from. They're probably really struggling. I mean, they're going to up production without a doubt. But yeah, it's going to be big. I've been invited there, Dave. Been invited to the factory. The new
marvelous
factory. Yeah. But
I keep promising. So I'm going to Turkey next year, and I've promised that I will try an internal flight from Dalaman to Istanbul. Isn't very expensive, apparently. It's the prices have crashed massively in Turkey. So I might be popping up to visit next August.
That'd be nice. Talking of August, is it that time?
August was named after a Roman emperor, was it not? Augustus.
I think it was.
Can you think of any? Can you think of any other Roman emperors? Booyah! It's Hadrian's Wall.
This week, it's not £20,000 prize, but I think we should do a sweepstake. Who's going to get it in the chat? Hey, Cheryl, hope you're okay. John Clayton.
Let me see who we think will get it in the chat. I'm going John Clayton. John Clayton's in the house. I'm going John Clayton. Sorry, beat you. I would have gone Will Way. Not Will Way. I would have gone Phil Wills, but he's not there.
I'm going for Malk.
Will Way will be my second guess.
Right. I'm going to start off. Do you want to explain those who don't know what it is?
No, it's your game.
Is it? Oh.
Okay. So, Adrian's Wall, not dissimilar to Hadrian's Wall, is a quiz where we will give you the wall. And on the wall will be how many numbers, Adrian? Some numbers. There will be 32 different numbers. So you choose the numbers, which will uncover a square, and you have to guess what is hidden below. Is it a metal detecting find, Adrian?
Yes, it is, David.
Off the Finds Liaison the Portable Antiquities Scheme website?
Yes, it is, David.
Also, while I'm there, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the new information on the Treasure Act has been updated this week. New things have come into play. So we'll go to the top. First number, Stephen Brain says number 5.
Oh.
Is it a Roman stylus?
Who the hell said that?
Me.
No.
Okay. We will go for number 13, Rachel Flagg. I'm picking some people's names you don't normally say.
Just so people know, this is potentially the item Front.
Is
side,
it
back.
Max Factor lipstick?
No. No.
Is it a Jew's harp?
No.
Karen
Another
with number 8.
Oh.
Is it a gold stater?
I bloody hope not.
Find map with number 18.
That's thrown you. It's something that's fairly common in the hobby.
An axe head?
No. That's
A missing link?
No.
A yes? A fork? A Roman comb? A rapier or dividers?
No.
Christopher Goulding says number... You've already had 18. Can't have it again. Mick Leslie, number 16.
No, that's a...
Gordon Gillies, number 4.
I could give some clues.
Eddie Irvine, number 13.
I've done 13.
Oh, yeah. Bobby Hammock, number 12. Steve Cord, number 20. See where we've got any answers down. A buckle?
No.
Hairpin?
No.
Brooch? Fibula?
No.
Ring pull 78? Compass? Purse bar? Plum? Nutcracker? Celtic fib? Lead seal? Tweezers?
Stop. Who said nutcracker?
It was David Evans. Well done, Di.
David. It is parts of a medieval nutcracker. I personally wouldn't have known that straight away looking at it.
They acorns on the end.
Yes.
Oh, let you tell.
Part of the arm from a pair of copper alloy nutcrackers dating from the post-medieval period, 1600 to 1800. Consists of a circular shaft section, broken at one end and terminating into an acorn knop at the other. And blah, blah, blah. And it goes on. So we will put that onto the thing. Who was
How
it?
many bricks was that? About Dave Evans? About 48 bricks, wasn't it?
That was quite a big one. That was a hard one because you found nutcrackers a while back and you showed nutcrackers on the show tonight and I didn't know. So something there.
Nutcrackers in the air.
I was sitting at work. I was thinking,
everywhere I look around.
What can I do? Oh, nutcrackers. I'll get some nutcrackers out and I'll put them up there. So,
apparently Tony Kaywood said it as well. Tony Kaywood said, "Oh yeah, I would actually say 902, TC and David Evans tied there.
Oh, okay,
got a tie.
We could
tie with Die. Steve Cord wants a drug test on Di Evans for getting it right.
We could do a question, a metal detecting question to both of them. See who wins.
Nah, let's have a tie. Let them have a tie. We haven't got a time to lead.
No, because I know what will happen. Tony will want to fight it out at the next event they meet up at. He'll want to fight when or an
Let it. Di's like a little savage. He's Welsh and everything.
Oh, that's good then. That's
like a little Jack Russell. Like that.
Yeah, but Tony's green belt judo. Is he green belt or yellow still? I can't remember, but he's...
No, it's not judo, mate. Origami you're thinking of.
Oh, is it high karate? No, that's what he wears. Sorry.
No.
Anyway, waffling on. Well done.
Karen in the chat. Which Karen's that in the chat? Is that Karen Becker or another Karen?
Sudden death question. I can't see. I can't see Karen.
Fee Cooley. How mad was this? Fee Cooley caught me in the gym. Anyway, she said, quote of the week, I'll get some nutcrackers and put them up there. By Adrian.
Yes. How my mind works, I do worry.
It is
sometimes.
Karen Becker. Hi, Karen.
Oh, hi, Karen.
I
All right.
don't bring the cake. The cake brings me. I'll bring you some cake.
Is Mark banging out some tunes because he?
Booyah, booyah, booyah,
You're
booyah.
probably fed up with it, Karen. But his TikTok is growing massive, and my son and all his mates watch him and download his tunes off SoundCloud, and they're playing in my car a lot of the time. So
Andrew hopes Di Evans does drink moonshine, and I had said moonshine, and I raised said moonshine for German original corn. Didn't I, Di?
remember that. Yeah.
No, not the apple corn. This was bang on corn. This is stuff that strip the air off the inside of your chest.
Matthew Kent, I reckon Dave's training to use the new XP machine.
Beefcake.
He's going to be at Rodney Cook this year. And
Is it, you gods? That'll be interesting. See, Dave Evans, I did. I raised the moonshine. In fact, I've just had the flashback, Di's got pictures. Di's got pictures. Di sent me pictures before. I wonder if them pictures are in it. It's past the watershed now.
Yes, it is. It is the XP Anchor. Yeah, but I think it will be quite an interesting machine to.
Yes, them pictures are there. I best not put them on the. No, definitely best not put them on.
The new XP machine, it's going to be out of people's budget, to be honest. But I'm quite looking forward to seeing how it works, and
I am myself.
How it integrates into the DS2 display. It's going to be like one of those things. Those German ones have got the name now that go down like 400 foot, but it'll be interesting, very interesting, and maybe XP might have a test bed. I don't know.
I'd like to have a play. Personally, I'd like to see from an archaeological context what it's actually going to be used for. Is it going to be used for detecting metal? And if so, why do you need to go 20 meters down in England to 20 feet down in England to detect metal?
I think that's like potentially how deep it could go. But
yeah,
at the same time, if you're they might be targeting construction or the type of industries.
Exactly. This is the questions I really want to ask.
Which C-scope are massive in. They're not as big in the detector hobbyist market as they were, sadly. Hopefully they've got something up their sleeve. But the C-scope are massive in the like groundworks and highways and stuff like that. I saw a bloke the other day with a C-scope machine. It's not a detector. It's like a. How do you explain them, Dave? They're like you know them things you put up. It's like an A-board with a handle, and it sort of goes like that. But
the old ones used to be like the old cigarette things off the wall in a pub, didn't they? The old ones they used to walk around with. And I saw somebody a couple of months ago using a wasp detecting metal for the construction industry. Well, they were road drains and stuff. A wasp. And I don't mean a yellow and black one.
Karen said apparently it's the Horde Hunter new XP machine.
But why buy one for several £1,000s? Doesn't it take the fun out of the hobby to go and just buy something that will automatically find something like that?
But is it going to cost so-and-so £1,000? Will it work with the current DS2?
Well, it looks like on the thingy, it looks like it's just interchangeable. But to buy that TV aerial type contraption, I won't, Karen. I won't find a Horde. I'll never find a Horde.
You'll find,
and as Malk's up, good point there. If any detector goes further than 2.5 feet, then that will give the archaeologists the ammunition they need to fight against detectorists. Completely right.
I mean, 5 meters depth, is that on the target of like a car or a pot of coins? We don't know. Or can it detect a very small hammered at 12 inches? Or we don't know on its side. But who's going to want to dig like? I don't know. We'll see.
If you have got something at 15 feet, you're going to need a JCB digger.
Well, you're not going to dig it, are you?
Exactly.
You're not going to dig it. Mate, hang on.
Sod that.
You work for JCB. Are they in with XP? They could be on commission here, couldn't they? You're behind all this, aren't you? Because you work for JCB. You've gone to XP and told them they should. Yes. So people who've got loads of money, like Tony Kaywood, are going to buy a JCB and that, and take all the treasure away from us. Ah, that's how.
Listen, I need to find something, don't I?
Actually, Tony's just said pinpointing. Yeah, that's interesting. How the hell's... Yeah.
Shane, you told me you weren't going to karate, and you've been to karate.
What? He's got what? He goes to karate?
Shane goes to karate on a Thursday night. He said he won't go in tonight, but he has been because he's late coming on. So he's been to karate.
Oh, Matthew Kent, Deep Iron. Oh, it's a very JCB. That'd be a classic.
Oh, he hasn't been to karate. I know what he's been doing. I can tell you exactly why Shane's late onto the show. Shane received a new machine yesterday, and he's been reading the how-to guidebook with it because it's that darn bloody difficult to understand. He's been sat studying and lost track of time.
No, it's not. It's different.
Christopher Goulding says New York City detecting showed a detector that went down 30 feet with a coil the size of Jodrell Bank. It might not be New York City, NYC. Oh, he's been to doctors for more antibiotics. Shane wasn't well the weekend. He was so unwell. Little story from Detectable, Detecticon, not Detectable, Detecticon. Little story. Shane decided that he may end up coming home a little bit early because he was unwell, which we did. And he said, right, I'll go up in my car. We'll meet at T-Bay Services because he was going from his house. I had to come home and pick something up. So we met at T-Bay Services, which they've got a TV program about. And he said, right, follow me. And we ended up in Scotland.
You're joking.
The dig was in England and we ended up in Scotland.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to drive, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Much.
Not at all.
Talking of the weekend, did you have a video of the weekend? Or was that the one with Scotty B?
That was the one with Scotty B.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had a video of the weekend. No. But Shane, he's got a new machine and he's gone from driving a Ford to a Vauxhall. So, well, no, a bit more than that.
He's gone from a Jaguar to a Lamborghini.
No, I'd say he's gone from. Well, it's a good one. They're both good machines. People might know what he's currently using and what he's gone to.
He's gone from a Knox 800 to he has a Deus 2.
Master.
He's always been a Minelab user mainly, and he's gone to a Deus 2.
Which is interesting. A Tony Kaywood Manticore, no, I don't think he can afford it that much. But I'm going to use the Manticore this weekend, I think, and along with the Versa.
I'm going to use the Equinox 800 as I always do.
Yes, well, it's a nice, easy machine for you to use. But
I'm also not one of them people who, and I know you're a tester for THM, but I'm not one of the in crowd that constantly get machines sent to them by people.
No, but the Manticore
they don't seem to realise the big detecting show and ArcMD mag exist. Still,
no. But the Manticore.
By the way, I wouldn't be tested on Shanewood anyway.
Yeah, true. The Manticore would help you because you've got your 2D display, and you got your tones, and you got your VDI. So it's almost like a picture book, and it does work well. The 2D screen.
Evening, Waspy Bollocks. James Roberts from Ministry Detect there. Waspy Bollocks, as
Hi,
he's
James.
affectionately known now for
Oh, is
having
he the
his,
man? Is he
yes,
the man?
having his in the attic at my house. Yes, stung somewhat.
Sorry, he got
Stung
bit
somewhat.
on
Stung by a.
stung. Sorry, I like the word bit in your attic.
He got
on his
bit by a
testicle.
wasp,
On his testicle in your attic.
and he's done a picture of a jumbo jet basketball. What's that? What's jumbo jet basketball mean?
And someone with a walking stick. Or well, I think it's a walking stick.
Oh
Something.
no, it's a.
Hoover.
What is it to
It's
the
a
bottom
walk-
of the screen there? There.
Oh, jumbo balls.
Jumbo balls. No, it's a bee. Bee balls. Waspy
No, it's not.
bollocks.
Oh, what? Yes. Well done. I like that. Puts me off now.
Eastman
As
says,
today's-
as to today's too many. The control pod connection breaking puts me off just now.
Well, I've had mine for, well, it must be what, year and a half, 2 years now? And I have dropped it. It's been in water a lot. It's been in mud. It's fallen out the car, like I say, and mine's going fine. I
And
know what
probably
you're saying.
Badger dogs ran away with it as well several times.
I know. If you're talking about the connection, the fiddly connection. To be fair, I did upgrade mine to a 3D printed one with a brass hinge on it. So if it's that what you're talking about, Ishman, yeah, I did upgrade mine. And
Stephen Brom says Tony got chased by a wasp, didn't he? No, he didn't get chased by a wasp. He walked very slowly away from a wasp.
Oh, have you got that clip?
Very...
Oh. But he dug a target. He dug a target that was a wasp's nest.
I think this is
Not
it.
sure why I filmed this. I should have run from the start. Hull full of wasps. And that's me sprinting down the hill. And here's one of the psychotic
Sprinting,
beasties
running like the wind.
Ended up
Meow.
with 5
Fucking
or
meow.
6 wasp stings
Fucking
for
meow.
my trouble.
Find it halfway. You see a wasp on the screen at
Do
the
you?
bottom. Yeah, the bottom of the screen. You see a wasp.
I'll have to see that again then.
Not sure why I filmed this. I should have run from the start. Hull full of wasps. And that's me sprinting down the hill.
Here's Tony
And here's one
running
of the
like a
psychotic
gazelle.
beasties attacking me
From
again.
Out now.
Ended up with
absolutely
5
nothing.
or 6
Oh,
wasp
saw it then.
stings for my trouble.
That was his finger. That was his finger with some little plastic wings on. It
Is
was
that-
him, Tony. It was him who actually faked the fairy pictures back in the early noughties. Tony
it
did
was.
it. He told me that. Cotting Hill.
Did
Cottingley?
he? Has he heard any more from the police since because he took all his clothes off, didn't he, in the field because of the wasps?
No, he
got
took all his
stung.
clothes off before. That's why he got stung.
Ah, because it was hot, wasn't it? That's why. But
It
you
was.
did. I like his
Did he-
sprint.
Malk Sup brings up a case for a question. Did you fill in the hole? It's people like him that give us a bad name. Alcoholism, taking over lofts, leaving rubbish, not putting the plugs back in, getting naked in fields. Oh, just he went backlook. Anyway,
I just imagine a family going on holiday, driving down the motorway. Mummy, there's a man naked in that field, dancing. Oh no, he's now got a spade, filling a hole in. Yes, all right, dear. Carry on
like
playing
they think
I
he's
Spy.
one of them Wicker Man, wouldn't he? Tony
Yeah.
K would doing Wicker Man dancing naked. What was I going to say then? Oh, we mentioned earlier it's big metal detecting event rally season. Where are you going, Adrian? Up to now,
I'm going to one in Norfolk, which I've forgotten everyone's name. You know who? The man who sold something.
Jason Jones.
Yes, Jason. I'm going to that for the day. and I'm going to go to Joan Allen in Kent, and I'm going to go to Rodney Cook. Have you heard of that one?
Yes.
And I'm going to go to Detectable, but I'm not I might go to Colchester as well, the club I'm a member of as well. Lovely club that is, on a few. But I've got my own permission, so it's not about the money. It's about I've got my own land. I'm quite fortunate.
Karen Becker said naked calendar time.
Naked calendar.
Tony Kaywood on the cover.
When is Joan
Nice
Allen?
buns like that.
Stephen, Joan Allen is, I've got it written down somewhere, middle of September, I think. It's all balmy because it's Rodney Cook, Detectable and everything. But Joan Allen, well, it could be August. No.
Joan Allen's normally August, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the 18th of August.
Yeah. I'm going with Dan from Treasure Hunting magazine. So, yeah, I'm going then. But yeah, we're staying overnight, actually, come to think of it. I haven't told my wife. But yeah, it's all going to be a crazy next few months, but good and nice catching up with everyone and having a laugh. And I haven't seen Chris Rogers for a while, and he'll be at Joan Allen, and Otis will be there. So, whoa, I wonder if he will, because he's got to come all the way from Scotland, doesn't he?
Oh, he will be there. Travels all over, does that man?
Hope he brings his dog.
I had a nice chat with him a couple of weeks ago about a project he was doing up near Loch Ness, which was very interesting.
My granddad saw a Loch Ness monster, and he was in the paper and interviewed. Well, he said he did, and he was interviewed on the radio. But don't know. Maybe it's a bit tricky. That's another one for the show. Getting someone on about Loch Ness monster.
I know just a chap, author.
Do you? Because
yes, I do.
I'd be interested in how many people who are into metal detecting believe in things like that, because it is viable.
We actually done the
Matthew
poll
J.
on the not necessarily. We done a poll on the ArkMD mag, didn't we, about the existence of Bigfoot? We got a lot of information. I don't know, it's not in this country, but when it comes to 40 and subject, Bigfoot's right up there.
Yeah, it does. But there are big men, and you see them on TikTok, like the man with big hands and big heads. So it could just be like a freak of nature. Someone who's like had a child who doesn't want it and let it off. I don't know. But yeah, interesting. Maybe you should do one on Loch Ness.
No problem. I will speak to my friend, Stuart.
Saw a pufferfish in Loch.
What's his last name? I forgot his last name. Saw a pufferfish in Loch Sonart last year.
Really?
Is that a joke?
I'm trying to. Oh, BBC Sounds has an interesting. I like
Lake Monsters of the UK. There's one allegedly in Bala Lake. There's allegedly Big Man of Cannock. There's also Big Man up in Scotland. There's all sorts of Fortiana stuff in the UK. I think we more or less. I mean, I personally know where there's. I hope you have a shout out to the best taxi driver, David.
Sorry, going back to Matthew J. Kent, he did actually see a pufferfish. Or heard of one.
Yes. I gave Bruno a shout out last week, Shane.
Will Way, thank you. We'd love to meet anyone who's watches the show, all 6 of you. But please, when you come up to us, say your name, because we quite often get, hi Adrian, hi Dave, and like, hi, all right, yeah, I'll watch your show, yeah, but you never say your name, because you don't, do you? You don't go up to someone and say, hello, my name's Will Way. Well, most people don't. So come up to us, tell us your name.
Well, only Will Way would probably say that, to be fair.
Yeah, and I get very embarrassed, and Dave sort of turns around and says to me, who was that? And I go, I don't know, did you ask? And you go, no. And if you do, come up to us. And we might even have some things to give away this year based on what I was saying to you about that thing I've got, Dave, the other day.
Yes.
So we might have some little gifts to give
Genital
away to people who come up.
herpes.
No.
Oh.
We've got soap on a rope.
Oh, right, the other.
Yeah. Actually, that's quite a good call, soap on a rope.
I know what
Sure,
you forgot. I don't know if you've done it. Looked at them.
Looked
Anyway.
at the thing I was... Yeah, I know yeah. I've just thought...
Anyway, Matthew Kent said it's near Tobermory, Loxonar, to pufferfish. Actually, I've watching a video before from up in Paisley where they drained the town pond, stroke lake, and the council have never put any fish in it. But people were going and putting stolen koi carp or carp in there, stolen koi carp, putting them in there to fatten them up, then going back in and getting them and selling them for thousands of pounds. So when they drain this pond, they've had to make a little sort of like pond enclosure at the side to put about 40 to 50 fish that they've found in there. Yet nobody's ever in the council have ever filled the pond. Pikes, roach, and carp.
A lot of Polish sheep carp at Christmas, don't they? Mirror carp.
And pike.
Yeah, and pike.
One for Michael J. Kent. Fastest fish. Motor pike and side carp. Boom!
What's the fastest cake in the West?
Scone.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially if it's got jam and clotted cream on it. Oh.
Don't like it. Don't like it.
Yeah. So next week we will have the lovely... It might be similar to Sam last week. But we'll have Tony Kaywood with us. Sailfish.
Tony, if you get a chance, could you bring any more of your outtakes from your YouTube channel on the show next week? Because they are good and funny. You must have a few. And this is one of the problems. I like that. This is one of the problems with digital photography and video. It looked like it's going to hit someone then. I love that. Anyone who out there, I'm going to say it now, Dave, we've said it before. We're going to have to put a prize up for the best outtake from a YouTuber or anyone detecting, related to metal detecting, later on this year. Didn't he break his wrist?
Broke his wrist.
Yeah. We got
Shouldn't mock the afflicted.
John Clayton, Tony forgot to fill his hole. Yes, we know. Oh,
I've given you falling over and wasp Mageddon. What more do you want? We want more. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ring doorbells. Yes, very good.
Tony will be joining us next week. Adrian and him are going to talk about the Versa. I'm going to sleep over there somewhere while they're doing it.
You won't. You'll actually like it because it's easier than the Alt 71.
I've got to listen because I've got to play with it, the machine at the weekend, won't I?
Yeah, and that. Yeah. Thank you, dear.
Right.
Thank you
all for joining us, and we will see you same time, same place. On the Big Detecting Show. Don't forget to join the group. Don't forget to go over to YouTube and like the Big Detecting Show page, Facebook, YouTube page even. And we will see you at the same time and the same place. Just trying to find the out video next week. Good night, Adrian.
Bye.
Night,
Bye,
everyone.